Hey everyone, welcome back to 3 Tech Dudes. I'm Nathan, and today we're going to be repairing this. Anyway, if you want to see your 800, if it doesn't work anymore, and you want to see it be able to turn on and function, got an easy fix for you. It's real simple. You need like a Phillips screwdriver and a little bit of money. Not a lot of money, a little bit. You can make this thing work beautifully again. Anyway, stay tuned. We'll get into the simple install of a new motherboard. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it's new old stock. They didn't say it, but it sure looks it. Anyway, let's get to it. Okay, let's see if you can guess what's in this. I bet some already know. It came in that. Maybe a hint. It'll be replacing, it's kind of in the dark, but that. There's one less layer of bubble wrap. This should give it a hint. That probably won't. Any thoughts? Okay, now all we have is the anti-static bag. You should be able to see that. It's a new motherboard for the Atari 800XL. That's a beautiful thing. Pretty sure this is actually new old stock. How would I know? Well, those are all shiny. Can't really see it very well with this camera, but those are all shiny. All the connections look perfectly shiny. That here doesn't look like it's ever had something plugged into it. Neither did those. Also, I kind of wonder if they'll still, honor the warranty considering they're out of business. Yeah. New old stock. Okay, I got it back into the bottom part of the case. It's a little hard to get that thing, and you get the switch here for the channel 3-4. This one's a little hard to get in place. You gotta watch all your connectors and make sure they get lined up right. So I gotta work on that a little bit, but you get the idea. It's just a matter of adjusting everything, setting it. You get all these things to get in place. Yeah, it's a little bit of a pain, but that falls into place eventually, so does that. So it's just a matter of adjusting everything a little bit. So, anyway, next step. Okay, kind of for reference, this is the original board. I had the shielding off of it, of course, but it's, you can see, it's got a lot of use here, whereas this was clean. This is yellow, that's not. That's got some connections, stuff done to it, and you can kind of see where things have been connected onto it, a little bit of corrosion. But I think actually the only wrong with this board comically is this chip here, which is the MMU, because it only displays like half the RAM, and then it gets a little freaky and kind of weird when it does that scan thing on itself. Because I've changed out all these and they're fine. And I happen to have a bunch of this stuff, so the only chip I didn't have is this one. And in all honesty, it was realistically cheaper just to replace the board than buy the chip, that's kind of funny. But anyway, on to the next thing, putting all the screws down. Okay, so a couple things to put back together initially. You have to put a screw in here, and you have to put a screw there. And then the keyboard goes in this connector here, and that's this ribbon right here. So, with that put on and get this thing assembled and hook this thing up, see if it works. I don't know why it wouldn't. I don't think it's ever been used. I mean, everything is absolutely shiny on this thing. It's actually kind of funny how clean this thing is, even though, you know, it's got some age to it, because, well, yeah, but still. I mean, even the metal shielding on this thing's in perfect condition, too. So, fun times. So I thought I'd show you a difference real quick, because I talked about the shielding being clean. I didn't really explain it very well. This is the new one. It's the old shield. And you can see it's just dusty and dirty and everything else. And this one's perfect. This has got a little bit of oxidization on it, so you know how to clean it off. Like there, does not look like that. So, yeah, and this has actually got a little bit of like rust in there. Coming out there, yeah. Nothing that would be dangerous or bad, but yeah, this thing's perfect. It's beautiful. Okay, so screw goes in there on the bottom of the unit. And this thing's set to like the lowest level, by the way. It goes in there, and here, and here. So I'll put these in real quick. They're back over. That's the Atari 800XL. Well, let me get it hooked up to power and a computer monitor, or, well, it should be a Commodore monitor, and make sure it comes up into basic. Okay, everything's hooked up. There's the monitor. So we'll see if we get an LED. Like that. It works. Okay, so I put Quicks in. Now let's turn it on. Start. I think I just won. Ignore the flickering in this, because it's not really there. Yeah, cool. Okay, so there you have it. Easy motherboard replacement. So I got it from these guys, which is really cool. Yeah, if you need replacement parts for your Atari, and apparently there's like several versions of it, but at least your 800XL. Yeah. Okay, it's these guys here. Best Electronics. I guess you can see the invoice number, doesn't really matter, but yeah. And they shipped it to me in the box you saw with all the wrapping and everything else for a total with insurance and everything of $98. It's $80 plus insurance, which you should get, and regular shipping cost. So yeah, it works. And if you want some other things, they have a bunch of stuff. Their website is it's very interesting, but they have a lot of stuff there. And the one nice thing is, I will say, is that when you email them to talk with them about stuff, they respond extremely quickly. So yeah, I'm actually very, very happy because this worked. Okay, guys, if you like this, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. It's down below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Yeah, leave us a comment, man. What was if you had an 800 or even a 2600, which is, I had the 2600 growing up. It's more of a Commodore guy growing up, and I finally found this thing. It's my Atari 800. Sorry, I'm doing this on my phone because I kind of forgot to set the camera up a bit. So yeah. Anyway, but let us know what was your favorite game. And if you have any questions about the install on this, I mean, it was extremely simple. You had to have a Phillips screwdriver. That was basically it. So, yay. Anyway, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell notification when we release new content. We try and do it as close to weekly as possible. Last year was a little tough for us, needless to say, but yeah, anyway, thanks for watching 3LTD. This is Nathan. And we'll catch you later.